Caitlin Clark will miss her 10th game this season due to an injury. She re-aggravated the injury last night in a win over Connecticut in Boston. How will the Fever pick up the pace tonight and try to score another victory against the New York Liberty? We're going to find out beginning right now. The following is a presentation of the Indiana Sports Hub and Snowman Sportsnet. For fans, by fans. All heart, all action. It's Indiana Fever basketball, and it begins right now. Another full boat in the Barclays Center as the New York Liberty look to defend the home court against a team that put up 100 points against them this season. And good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Snow. Happy to bring this to you as the Indiana Fever look to win their third in a row as they tackle the New York Liberty. New York coming in averaging 86.3 points per game. That leads the WNBA. And the Fever coming off of a big win last night in Boston. There's what I'm looking for. They're coming off a big win, as I said, last night in Boston. And that final score was 85-77. That game was played in front of 19,156. So you can put to rest the Caitlin Clark effect not being real. And you can also put to rest that WNBA games can't be sold out. Just ask the Golden State Valkyries, just ask the Indiana Fever, and just ask the New York Liberty. As mentioned, it's going to be another full boat tonight in the Barclays Center in New York. Welcome in, everybody. We're getting you ready for WNBA basketball. And they're just about ready to get started. Hold on a minute. You weren't supposed to hear that. Sorry. You weren't supposed to hear that. Sorry about that. All right. I got my tea right here, my turmeric ginger tea, a little bit of Powerade that I found in my bag earlier today. Let's get another light in here. There we are. Taylor, is it Soppy or Sappy? I hope I got that right. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. No, Caitlin Clark will not play tonight due to a groin injury. Fever coming in with a record of 12-10. New York 14-6. Indiana sitting in the 6th spot, 1 game clear of the Washington Mystics. Atlanta in front of them, a game in front of them at 13-9. Seattle 14-9. Phoenix 15-7. New York 14-6. And the Minnesota Lynx are running away with the thing, 20-4 on the year. Minnesota stands 4 full games ahead of second place Phoenix. And they have just done the starting lineups, and we're just about ready to get going. I knew I forgot something. All right. Got to get everything here. If you like what you see and what you hear throughout the course of the game, then consider becoming a member of the channel, and also consider subscribing to the channel, and also becoming a member for as low as $2.99 a month. And you can also make a one-time contribution via CashApp at $Tallman Dr. K50, and also via Super Chat. We encourage you to support the channel and support independent media. Max Clamich is here. The Moose, Dwayne Musso, is here. Taylor Soapy, RC, I love this game, is here. And Horowitz Feinberg and Horowitz dropped our first Super Chat of the night. Let's see how many super chats and cash apps we can get in tonight. We have a $100 goal. Every penny that comes in goes to help my household and goes to help Snowman Multimedia and also the Snow Strong Foundation. So we appreciate everyone that stops by. Erin McDonald will start for Caitlin Clark. She joins Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, who gets a start tonight, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston. It's Natasha Cloud, Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fibich, Brianna Stewart, and Nayara Sabali. Moose says, "Where's Winnie?" I think Winnie's asleep somewhere. So Clark will sit out tonight. Her participation in the 3-point contest and the WNBA All-Star game is in question. So with that in mind, if y'all want me to do the All-Star game on Saturday, let me know. Off we go as Indiana wears the home whites and Ari McDonald has control. Indiana left to right here in the first half. Out front, Kelsey Mitchell. Now back to McDonald. At the free throw line, Boston. Left of the key, hands it to McDonald. McDonald against Sabali. Now finds Boston. Out to McDonald. A three from the left. Long rebound taken down by Sabrina Ionescu. The third-year player out of Oregon trots it up. Ionescu in the front court, met by Ari McDonald. Brianna Stewart, the veteran from Connecticut, hands it to Cloud. Out front, Sabali. Left side, Fibich. 11 on the shot clock. Fibich with a bounce to Ionescu out front. Ionescu works off the screen, works her way to the right, now drives in, lean in, flip. Nope. Ball on the floor, and Aaliyah Boston hustles it down. Ahead to McDonald. McDonald across into the front court. A pitch out to Boston. Left wing Cunningham. Low left for Kelsey Mitchell. Natasha Howard, I beg your pardon, bounce in, bulls her way in the lane, and shoots it in off the glass. Natasha Howard had 18 points last night, and the Indiana Fever grabbed the first lead of the game. Stewart out front to Sabali. On the left wing is Cloud. Cloud with a scissor dribble, works off the screen, and comes up shooting for three and blasts it home. 3-2 New York, 8:44 remaining in the first quarter. McDonald in the front court, guarded by Ionescu. Out front, Kelsey Mitchell, hands to McDonald, to Natasha Howard, back to McDonald. That's a three. Nope. Rebound, Brianna Stewart. And here come the champs, right to left in the dark uniforms. Ionescu has it in the right corner. Out front, Stewart, left side, Fibich. Fibich holds and looks with 16 on the clock. Fibich right down the lane, shoots it in, and draws the foul. It's going to be a tough night tonight for Stephanie White and company without their leading scorer in the contest. So somebody's going to have to step up, especially when it comes to the driving Fibich. Cunningham picks up the foul. That's her first. Free throw on the way. Good by Fibich, and it's 6-2 New York. And to answer your question, Victor, CC is out for this game and probably out for All-Star Weekend. Here's McDonald, works off the screen from Boston. McDonald has it out front, guarded by Fibich, plays it right side to Mitchell for three. Splash! There's a quick answer. 6-5 our score. 2 minutes gone in the first. Ionescu in the front court to Natasha Cloud out to the right. Cloud backs in on Kelsey Mitchell, rolls in the lane, 13-footer, rimming, good. That hit all parts of the rim and fell down. 8-5 New York, 7:40 for the first. Natasha Howard has it in the front court, off to the left, now finds Mitchell. Mitchell backs up, guarded by Brianna Stewart in a mismatch. They dump it low for Howard. You got a mouse in the house against Cloud. Howard backs in, a pitch out to Cunningham, low right Boston, turns, shoots, nope, foul called. And Aaliyah Boston shoots a pair. 3 rules I have tonight. Be courteous, be kind, and no spoilers in the chat, please. Transition defense is going to be key, especially without Caitlin Clark being available to them tonight. New York just needs to be physical and active like they've been all year. Free throw good for Aaliyah Boston. 8-6 our score. 2.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. I may or may not have given Snowman an idea for a graphic. Well, Victor, you gave me the idea, and it's done. I won't reveal it until the morning. Ionescu brings it up. 8-7 New York. Brianna Stewart has it off to the right. Now on the cut is Fibich, back to the left side for Ionescu. Ionescu fakes, 3-point stripe, a pitch back right side for Stewart. Stewart on the drive into the lane, in on Howard. Lean in, flip. Yep. 10-7, New York with the lead. In the front court is McDonald. Aaliyah Boston off to the right. Now finds Mitchell. Mitchell with a right wing 18-footer. Splash! 10-9 our score, and 6:57 remaining in the first. A dump low for Ionescu. Ionescu comes back outside, pitches it back left to Stewart. Stewart holds and looks for some help, doesn't get any. Now Stewart will operate herself against Cunningham, flying into the lane and shoots it in. 12-9 and 6:38 for the first. Back come the Fever in the front court. Out front to Aaliyah Boston. Backdoor to McDonald. Reverse layup is in. Good backdoor cut by Ari McDonald, the 6-year veteran from Arizona, making the score 12-11 and 6:20 remaining in the first. Ionescu with a bounce pass to Brianna Stewart. Stewart on the drive, right down the lane, shoots it up. Nope. And a foul called on Natasha Howard, and Stewart will shoot a pair. Yeah, you gave me an idea, all right, Victor, and it's done. That's all I will say. It is done. 12-11. Brianna Stewart to the free throw line. Had 18 points and 10 rebounds last time out. Free throw good here, making it 13-11. And 6:17 remaining in the first quarter. Stewart, 5 points in the game. The second attempt on the way, good. She's got 6 early points. Ari McDonald brings it up. McDonald in the front court, guarded by Natasha Cloud, who fights through a couple of screens. McDonald off to the left, creeps back to the right, finds Mitchell. Backdoor Leah Boston goes up, got fouled. Oh, it's out of bounds. They awarded to Indiana. A, there was no foul called, and B, that was blocked. No, don't apologize for that, Victor. Don't apologize for that. I've been thinking about that since I saw the deal go down anyway. Baseline left, I beg your pardon. They look to come in on the back door. Kelsey Mitchell hands to Boston, goes up. Nope, but a foul called. And Natasha Howard shoots 2. The passing is going to be key for Indiana tonight. And they got up to a fast start last night. Connecticut was able to close in the 2 other times they led by 9. Natasha Howard to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 6 minutes left in the first. Howard's free throw, good. New York 14, Indiana 12. Even 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Howard shooting 56% from the field. That is second in the NBA. And here's our first trivia question of the night. Whom does she trail? The second attempt on the way, good for Howard. So that's huge for her confidence to get going. She hits 2 big free throws, and it's 14-13. Ionescu in the front court finds Sabali off to the right. Out front, Brianna Stewart. Stewart holds and looks between the circles, works her way to the left, gives it back to Ionescu. Ionescu on the fly, all the way in from the left. Lefty scoop is good. Ionescu with 4, and the lead is 3, 16-13, and 5:38 remaining in the first quarter. Aaliyah Boston hands to Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham out front, over the top pass to Boston. Boston has it low left against Brianna Stewart, faces a double team, out to Howard. Howard with a pitch out to Cunningham, and a travel. .459 Buster is here, and Iowan says, hello, Snowman, missing Caitlin Clark already. A lot of fans are. Ionescu last time out had 9 points and 6 assists. Cloud over the top to Sabali. Sabali on the move to the left, finds Ionescu. 18-footer from the right. Rebound, Natasha Howard. Chance to cut it to 1 or tie with a long one. Howard in the front court. Hands it off to McDonald. McDonald works off the Howard screen. Fakes. Pitches it to Boston. Right corner Cunningham. A fake. A step around 3. Splash! 16 all and 4:55 remaining in the first. Now, if you're Indiana, you want to play defense and not let New York go on a run. Stewart has it out front. On the left side, Ionescu. Ionescu out front, pitches it right side to Sabali. Back to Ionescu. Ionescu setting up for that right corner 3, and she splashes it home. Rising Rhino is here with us. 1916, New York with the lead. They dump it to Boston. Rolls in on Brianna Stewart, and Stewart says, get it out of here. Now here they come on the fly to Leonie Fiebich. She shoots it in. 21-16. New York leads by 5 and 4:15 remaining in the first. Natasha Howard across into the front court, guarded by Brianna Stewart. McDonald off to the left. McDonald works off the Howard screen. She kills the dribble out front, looking for help. Now finds Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell has it, splits the double team all the way in from the right. Pitch out McDonald, tap pass Cunningham, left corner 3 try. Rebound Brianna Stewart, a one-handed pick off. 5-point lead for New York. Here comes Cloud. Flying all the way in on McDonald. Lefty layup is in, and Stephanie White wants time. 3:45 remaining in the first. It is the Liberty 23 and the Fever 16 on your alternative play-by-play home for the Indiana Fever. It is the Indiana Sports Hub and Snowman Sportsnet. Man, when Natasha Cloud saw that opening, she took off and flew to the basket and got the reverse layup. She split the double team of Howard and Ari McDonald. So that'll force the Fever into their first timeout. Here's a good question. I better not show it here. Who's the most exciting Fever player when Caitlin is on the shelf? Well, there's a couple I think of. 3, actually. Sophie Cunningham, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. I'd have to say Kelsey Pistol Mitchell. She's one of them for sure. And they're going to really have to get her going tonight. They will really have to get her going tonight. Now, wait a second. I thought. That's weird. Nope. No, it's not here. Dagnabbit. Oh, well. Cynthia Santana is with us. I'd throw Lexi. Can't spell. Moose says Mitchell. Callie Greenshields is with us, and right on time. Here's the first trivia question of the night. What is the win ratio between the Fever and the Liberty? There's our first trivia question of the night. What is the win ratio between the Fever and the Liberty? And Callie, you're just in time with that first question. 23-16, New York leads by 7. And remember, New York's playing this without their big and Jonquel Jones, who has been out for a while. And they got to stay close to the Liberty tonight. Atlanta destroyed the Chicago Sky tonight, 86-49. Brittany Griner led Atlanta with 15 points. Angel Reese did not play due to a leg injury. We're at 1,883 subscribers. I know this is crazy for me to dream about in the midst of a 2-hour broadcast, but let's go for it. Let's go ahead and shoot for 2,000. Let's see how many we can get tonight in the course of a 2.5-hour broadcast. So tell everybody that comes in for the first time to subscribe to the channel. 23-16, New York by 7, 3:38 left in the opening quarter. Aaliyah Boston has it off to the left. Out front, Mitchell. Mitchell backs up 4-3. Splash! 23-19. Your Fever lineup: Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, Damiris Dantas, and Sydney Colson on the floor. Brianna Stewart, Leonie Fiebich, Sabrina Ionescu, and then Harrison and Burke is on the floor for New York. Here is Ionescu, left of the lane. A pitch out, 3 on the way is good. That's a long deuce for Harrison. That's her first bucket. Back the other way comes Boston. Shoved from behind, missed the layup, but drew the foul. It's on Harrison. That'll be her first. And the second team foul. Aaliyah Boston back to the free throw line. 2 points in the game tonight, averaging 7 rebounds per contest, leading the team. She drops the free throw there. 25-20 and 2:59 left in the first. Second free throw up, second free throw down. 25-21. Breanna Stewart brings it up for New York. On the left side is Febich. Works off the Stewart screen. Febich holds out front, guarded by Boston. On the left side is Breanna Stewart. Stewart holds and looks, gives it to Ionescu. Out front, Febich, a straight-on three. Nope. Rebound, Dantas. A chance to cut it to 2 or 1 with a long one as Dantas brings it up herself. Leaves it for Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the drive into the lane. Goes up. Had it blocked by Stewart. Cleared by Stewart. Back the other way come the Liberty. Stewart in the front court. To the right side, Ionescu for 3. You bet. Sabrina Ionescu bangs home a 3. She's got 8 points in the game. And it's 28-21 in favor of the New York Liberty and 2:11 for the first. They dump it low for Dantas. Backdoor Cunningham. Layup missed. Rebound Kennedy Burke. Burke brings it back the other way for New York. Ahead to Stewart. Stewart on the drive in for the left with a spin. Lost the ball. And Dantas unable to keep the rebound in bounds. It's out of bounds and it'll belong to the Indiana Fever. Great block by Stewart on the Boston drive, and then Ionescu cashes home a 3. 1:56 left in the first. They have it in play to Harrison. Harrison holds in the right corner, 11 to shoot. Over the top pass, tipped by Ionescu, tipped by Colson, I beg your pardon, on Ionescu. It's out of bounds. And it will stay with the Liberties. Sandy Brondello is your coach for the New York Liberty, championship coach last year. Here's Ionescu in the right corner, 1 to shoot. They dump it low underneath, and it's a 24-second violation. So another chance for the Fever to stay in this ball game. Indiana's had some high-scoring first quarters, 29 against Dallas. Or 28 against Dallas, 28 against Connecticut in their last 2 games. Here's a Dantas 3. Splash! 28-24 is our score. Right down the lane comes Kennedy Burke. She goes up, missed the layup. Rebound, Dantas. Left to right come the Fever as Colson has it in the front court. The veteran from Texas A&M works her way right of the lane, comes up shooting. Rebound tipped to the floor, out of bounds, belongs to New York. These two teams will play each other on the 22nd next week, right after the All-Star break. It's the day after my birthday. And yes, you best believe I'm doing birthday streams all weekend. I want to use those streams to not only bring in some income, but also to help my family with said income. Harrison out front. On the left side is Febich. Backs up on the dribble. Over the top into Harrison. Double fake and shoots it in off the glass. 30-24 in favor of New York. Right back comes Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell backs up for 3. Rebound Ionescu. 30 seconds left in the first. 10 difference. Shot clock to game clock. On the left side is Febich, who gives it to Ionescu. Ionescu on the drive all the way to the baseline. Reverse layup is in. She's got 12. 32-24. 19 seconds left in the first. Colson back the other way. Dantas 3. Long rebound, Lexi Hall. 13 seconds. Ball on the floor, and they come up with a steal, and here they come the other way, but it's poked out of bounds. I'll tell you what, the player that got me back into watching the W is this young lady right here, and Sabrina Ionescu. She misses the three from the left wing, and that's the end of one. Your score, New York 32, Indiana 24. Yeah, Jonquil must be really, really hurt because she's missed multiple weeks now. That she has. 8-point lead tonight, 32-24. We're up to 1884 on the subscriber train. If we don't get to 2000, let's at least get to 1900 before the night is over. I'm going to step away for a breather. 32-24 New York. Back after this quick timeout. All right, Moose tried to give an answer to my question. I'm guessing the answer to your question, if Howard is the second best percentage shooter, Boston would be number one. You would be correct. It is indeed Aaliyah Boston, third-year player from South Carolina. Arian McDonald will come on for Kelsey Mitchell. I was wanting to cover Fever games in person so bad, but I wouldn't cover them by myself. I would have to bring a certain pretty lady with me. (32-24). Last three games this year, Indiana averaging 95.3 points per game, shooting 49% from the field. They have cut their turnovers down to 10 in the last three games. They averaged 26 assists. This year, they're averaging 84.5 points per game, second in the W. 45.1 point field goal percentage, that's second. And they need to figure some stuff out tonight. They're down only 8, 32-24 as we begin the second quarter. Natasha Cloud back in the ball game. Stewart, Sabali, Cloud, Burke, and Johannes on the floor. They give it to Burke. Burke backs in. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Rimming, no. Ball taps. Sabali comes up with it. And it's going the other way. Harry McDonald gets a breather. 32-24 as Colson brings it up. Colson, the veteran from Texas A&M, works her way to the right. Flip back to Sabali out front. On the left side, Lexi Hall. Low left is Boston, or Natasha Howard, I beg your pardon. Howard spins on Sabali and shoots it up. Rimming, good. Natasha Howard with 6 early ones, and it's 32-26 and 9:18 left in the first half. Stewart picks the ball up over her head, right of the key. Now finds Cloud in the right corner. Off the Stewart screen, a 3-ball from the right. Nope, line drive rebound, Lexi Hall. Indiana can run. Colson in the front court, but has to wait for reinforcements to come in. Here's a Colson 3 out front. Long rebound taken down by Natasha Cloud, and here they come the other way. Back left is Johannes. That's a 3. Lexi Hall, the rebound. Hands to Sydney Colson. Colson trots it up into the front court. Indiana 4 of 10 from three-point land. Liberty 3 out of 7. And that's why we have in New York with a 30-point quarter. Underneath for Lexi Hall, it's out of bounds. And it will stay. It will go to New York, I beg your pardon. Put a little too much on that fastball, Ari. (32-26). Stewart has it out front. Stewart on the drive right of the lane, all the way to the hoop with a right-hand scoop. Good. Brianna Stewart doing the doggone thing. 8 early points, 34-26. That's the lead for New York. 8:15 remaining in the first half. Stewart 3 for 4 from the field. McDonald dancing on the dribble off to the left. To the right side, Howard. Low right, Dantas. She shoots it in off the glass. Damaris Dantas with 5 points in the game. 8 minutes for the half. 34-28. New York leads by 6. Indiana 9 of 20 coming out of the gate. New York 14 of 23. Here's Kennedy Burke. Falls down on the dribble, but a foul called on Lexi Hall. That'll be her first. And the first team foul of the quarter. In play, it comes to Stewart. Stewart on the drive, right down the lane again with a lefty scoop, and it's in. Brianna Stewart in double figures with 10, and it's an 8-point lead, 36-28. This is where the Fever need to make a turn and get some stops defensively. Here's McDonald on the fly, all the way in on Johannes. Fakes a pitch back out, a 3 by Natasha Howard. Rebound, Natasha Cloud. A bullet pass ahead, stolen by Howard. Howard gives it to Colson. Colson across the timeline, finds Ari McDonald. Double fake on Stewart, comes back out front to Colson. Over the top, they go into Howard. Howard with a fake goes up, had it blocked and cleared by Sabali. Back comes Johannes the other way. Johannes steps and throws it out of bounds, but a foul is called while the pass is being delivered. And Kennedy Burke will head to the free throw line. Maybe. Nope. It's foul line extended left. They come in. In play to Johannes. Back to Burke. A 3 from the left. Yep. 39-28. New York with their biggest lead at 11. And 6:55 remaining in the first half. McDonald brings it up. Liberty 4 out of 8 from three-point land. It's McDonald, Howard, Boston, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hall. And that pass tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Indiana with 6:56 remaining in the first half. They have it in play to McDonald. Underneath, Natasha Howard, reverse layup is in. Natasha Howard with 8, 39-30. New York retains the 9-point lead. 6:35 left in the first half. Stewart dancing on the dribble out front, plays it to Cloud in the left corner, Johannes. Johannes backs up on the dribble, picks it up, now finds Cloud out front. Cloud off to the right, dancing on the dribble again, 20-footer head of the key. Yep. There she goes again. Natasha Cloud on a roll. She's got 9, and the lead is 11, 41-30, and 6:15 remaining in the first half. Sophie Cunningham has it out front to Natasha Howard, and she traveled. So the Fever turn it over again with 6:09 remaining in the first half. And you got to remember, and I'll keep saying it, the Fever are very shorthanded tonight. But they are going to do their best to stay in this ball game. 6:05 for the half. Johannes has it out front. Finds Stewart. Stewart back to Johannes with a fake over-the-top pass out of bounds. And it will belong to Indiana, but first a timeout. 5:57 remaining in the first half. It's the New York Liberty 41 and your Indiana Fever 30 on your home for alternative play-by-play for the Indiana Fever. It's the Indiana Sports Hub and Snowman Sportsnet. Okay. Callie Greenshields back with our trivia answer. The Fever have won 51 times against New York. New York has won 36 times against Indiana. Got any questions or subjects you want me to talk about? Drop a question in the chat. And I'll answer it to the best of my ability. But first, gotta get a sip of tea. Aces of Wings are just getting started in Dallas. Keep you updated on that. Earlier in the day, Seattle beat Golden State 67-58. Here's our next trivia question. Between the Fever and the Liberty, which team has the most points in a game? I'll take a stab at this myself. I will say it's the Liberty with 104. That's a stab in the dark. Every time you tune into what? I'm sorry, I'm reading some news here. This will stay private. I'm reading some news here that I am not agreeing with. All right. Sabrina Ionescu already has 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 3 from distance. And I thought that was the answer. Liberty had 104, and that was last year. 41-30. Indiana trails by 11 and 5:55 remaining in the first half. In the front court is Avery McDonald. McDonald on the starter step move to the left, guarded by Johannes. Back to the right side for Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly, right baseline, all the way underneath. Out to the right corner for Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham in the left corner, beg your pardon, 5 to shoot. Cunningham to the free throw line, scoop to the hoop and lays it in. 41-32, 9-point lead and 5.5 for the half. Brianna Stewart in the front court, 5 points for Sophie Cunningham in a starting role tonight. Here's Kennedy Burke with a pitch out left corner. Johannes 3, you betcha. 44-32. 12-point lead for New York. This is the largest. Aaliyah Boston back on the floor. Boston, Howard, along with Mitchell, who flies in and had it blocked by Kennedy Burke. A pitch out to McDonald. McDonald, stutter step dribble, bounce pass underneath to Natasha Howard. Missed the layup. That's the kind of night it's been. Out to Sophie Cunningham. A left wing 3 for McDonald. Line drive rebound, Brianna Stewart. Back come the Liberty right to left. Johannes on the fly in the front court. Over the top pass to Kennedy Burke. To the right corner, Brianna Stewart. She lifts up a 3. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Waits for traffic to clear and throws the outlet pass to Sophie Cunningham. Now to McDonald. Underneath Natasha Howard. Missed the layup. Gets a rebound. Had it chopped away by Natasha Cloud. A pitch out to Mitchell. Right side Cunningham. That's a 3. You got to make those layups, Natasha Howard. That's 2 in a row she's missed. Back comes Cloud the other way. Natasha Cloud, front court, outside right. Cloud backs up for 3. Rebound, Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham back the other way for the Fever, looking to cut it to 10 or 9 with a long one. Cunningham circles the wagons out to the left. Now finds Boston out front to the right side. Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell has it. A step back 3 on the way. In and out. Brianna Stewart the rebound, and now she'll slow everybody down. 3:55 left in the first half. New York 44, Indiana 32. Natasha Cloud has it out front between the circles. A pitch to the right corner for Sabali. Sabali on the drive into the lane. Lost the ball. Saved by Boston. Outlet McDonald. Back they come left to right. Here's Cunningham with a 3 ball from the left corner. Brianna Stewart the rebound. And here they come the other way. Stewart in the front court. Off the Johannes screen. Stewart flying all the way in. Goes up, shoots it in, and draws the foul. 46-32 and a chance for 47 for New York. They are playing more together right now than Indiana is, and they're taking advantage of opportunities, especially in the lane. This is what's killed Indiana all season. They are getting beat on the inside. They can win without Caitlin Clark. They just have to step up and make plays. Stewart's free throw is good. 13 for Breanna Stewart. And it's 47-32. Stewart 5 for 7 from the field. Kelsey Mitchell with a scissor dribble off to the right. Dantas has it this time. Back to Mitchell at the top of the circle. In the left corner, Ari McDonald works off the Mitchell screen. McDonald flying in. Missed the layup again. And Stewart the rebound. She's flirting with a double-double already. Stewart in the front court. Finds Ionescu. 3 from the right. Short. Rebound. A one-handed pickoff by Harrison. Back to Ionescu. Another 3. Missed that one. McDonald the rebound. McDonald trots it up. 47 for New York. 32 for Indiana. 2:50 for the half. As the playmaker has joined us. What's up, playmaker? Here's Kelsey Mitchell with a stutter step dribble out to McDonald. McDonald backs up on the dribble, picks it up, now finds Mitchell. Mitchell and a foul called underneath. .240 remaining in the first half. 47-32, and I believe we're going to have a review on this play. Liberty lead by 15 as we head to this particular timeout. What in the... Oh, are you kidding me? All right, I got to fix something real quick. Yep, that's what happened. That's what happened. Doggone it. Unless I do it like this. No, because then it still knocked that line out. Dang, nabbit. Nope, can't leave it there either. Doggone it. I mismeasured the score box. Doggone. I mismeasured the score box. Well, old Snowman has an idea. Okay, so I know the logo's in the way, or the logo's getting overshadowed here. How do I do this? All right, I know what to do. Because the rest I can do over here. I know what to do. Because what I'm going to do, as we wait to get back to play here, going to open this up and then take another window and open my Stream Elements package. All right, as we get ready to come back to play, it's New York 47 and Indiana 32 with 2:40 remaining in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, it's an AMA session. You're going to ask me anything about anything, and I will give you my honest answer / opinion. WNBA All-Star Game is Saturday at 8:30 Eastern Time. And while we get that going, there is also a baseball game that will start a half hour later between the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. That's the series we're going to pay attention to. Back to play as Kelsey Mitchell Gets rid of Harrison and launches the 18-footer. Rebound Stewart. Stewart has 9 rebounds in the first half already. She's, as I said, she's flirting with a double-double. Fibich plays it out front to Stewart. Stewart walks it up against Dantas. Out front, Ionescu, a 20-footer around the 3-pointer around the way. Nope, it's out of bounds, and it will belong to Indiana. One of my favorite things about Snowman's broadcast is that he curses like a Scooby-Doo villain. I'm trying my best to keep it as clean as I can. 47-32, 2 minutes for the half. Sydney Colson in the front court, outside left, and we get a whistle and a foul against Isabel Harrison. Okay. I know what I'm looking for now. They dump it to Boston, low left, backdoor Dantas to the hole, shoots it up. No good. Dantas the rebound, looks for help, backs in on Fibich, fakes, turns, fadeaway shot in the lane, no good. Harrison the rebound. That's the 5th missed layup for Indiana tonight, and you got to take advantage of those. Here comes Ionescu on the fly. Underneath to Harrison, she lays it in. Or to Gardner, I beg your pardon. Gardner with the layup. 49-32. This is an 8-0 run by New York. 120 for the half. Here's Kelsey Mitchell on the fly. Right of the lane, all the way. Scoop layup, no good, but a foul called. And Mitchell will shoot a pair. Okay. I believe I got everything the way I want to have it. I believe I do. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. Free throw here, good. 49-33. 120 for the first half. It's been all New York since midway through the first quarter. The second attempt on the way is no good. Dantas has the rebound, but it's on the floor. It's out of bounds, belongs to Indiana. So the Fever have it with a chance to pick up a couple extra points. 1:17 left in the first half. Sydney Colson to pull the trigger. Baseline right. Underneath to Mitchell, she shoots it in. 49-35. 1:11 remaining in the first half. See, this happens all the time. I'm gonna get it right. I promise you I'm gonna get it right. I want to thank Horowitz, Feinberg, and Horowitz for the first super chat of the night. And with 59.6 remaining in the first half, Sabrina Ionescu, the 3-year player from Oregon, will add to the free throw line. Free throw number 1, good. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to get rid of that. I got to eliminate a lot of things off of my computer while I'm talking everything out here. The second attempt on the way is good for Ionescu. She's got a dozen. 51-35, 55 seconds left in the first half. Colson in the front court finds Boston. Boston outside right, guarded by Harrison. She'll take it to the hoop herself. Had it blocked by Harrison, out of bounds. Not in my house, she says. Baseline left, they look to come in. They come in to Boston. Colson has it out to the left. Colson dances on the dribble, guarded by Harrison. 40 seconds for the half, 5 on the shot clock, and we get another whistle. Fibich picks up the foul. 40.6 remaining in the half. Aaliyah Boston to the free throw line. 3 points in the game. Make it 4 with that free throw. All right, I know this is going to knock out the chat that's up there right now, but we're going to go for it. The second attempt on the way, rims out, rebound Cunningham, shovel pass underneath is stolen by Ionescu. Why'd you do that, Sophie? Here's Ionescu on the fly, front court to the left. Stops and starts, works at left baseline, pitch underneath to Fibich. She lays it in. 53-36. 25 seconds left in the first half. 28 points in the paint for New York, and that's what you have to contend with when you play the New York Liberty. 4 different shot clock to game clock. Kelsey Mitchell has it out front. Mitchell guarded by Ionescu. Mitchell on the drive into the lane, shoots it up. Nope, foul called. And Mitchell will shoot a pair. Lonnie Fibich picks up the foul. I gotta go back to the doctor tomorrow. Well, gonna stay here for as long as I can, especially for my family. Mitchell 11 points in the game with these 2 free throws coming. They've been outscored. The Fever have 21-12. And that's why they trail by 17 at the present time. First free throw by Mitchell, good. 53-37, 7.4 remaining in the first half. Lexi Hall in, Brianna Stewart in, looking to get a last second shot. 7.4 remaining in the first half. Mitchell gets ready, gives the ball a spin. Free throw number 2, score it. 53-38, 7.1 left in the first half. Here comes Stewart, right to left. Stewart on the drive, stops right in the lane, comes up shooting. Short, Mitchell the rebound, and that's the half. Kind of what we expected without Caitlin Clark in the lineup tonight. It's been all Liberty. It's been all inside. They have 30 points on the inside tonight, and that is why they hold a 15-point lead at halftime. Your score at the half is New York 53 and Indiana 38. We'll come back with our halftime activities after this. Don't go away. Hey, everybody. Back here at halftime, 53-38 in favor of the New York Liberty. They have basically been in control since minute one. Trying to figure out where this darn thing goes. Or where I could put the darn thing. Brianna Stewart, 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists at the half. Man, she's flirting with a triple-double already. Tiger Stripes Media joins us, if I remember correctly, from South Carolina. So, good evening to you, Tiger Stripes. Thanks for joining. Sorry about that, folks. How was your day? Tiring. Had a lot to do, a few doctor's appointments to take care of, and I'm still fighting with a couple of things doing these streams right now, but I will continue to push through it because this is now Indiana Fever basketball has now become a niche, and I'm going to jump all over it. Problem was when I took it on, I thought I could couple it with a weekly show, and I have simply not been able to because I haven't had time. Because I'm still working my way back from all the health problems that I've had. And I'm still working on getting my stamina back. So it was a good day, just busy, and it just wears me out sometimes when I run around like this, like crazy. One thing I am definitely working on health-wise is getting rid of caffeine once and for all. trying my best to make sure I don't have any caffeine. And I know it's probably going to wind up being a hard quit for me, but it has to be done. All right, we're getting ready for the third quarter. How many points does New York put up tonight? There's a fan question for you. How many points do the New York Liberty put up tonight? And I just got word that an SB award's going to go to Caitlin Clark for being the WNBA Player of the Year. Now, for Indiana to somehow get back in this ball game, they have got to stay with New York. They've got to turn the screws defensively. Said it many times over, and it applies here. They've got to turn the screws defensively. I've been lazy the last 5 hours, but I'm about to feed the kids. I love it. I love it. Here we go. Third quarter starts. New York will have the ball moving left to right in the black tops and bottoms, white numbers and lettering with the numerals trimmed in gold as they put all the lights away at the Barclays Center. Indiana counters with the white uniforms, blue numbers, white tops and bottoms, blue numbers. Here's Natasha Cloud off to the right. Underneath Brianna Stewart. How in the world did she get that wide open? She's got 15 in the game. 55-38, 9:40 for the third. Ari McDonald, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, and Kelsey Mitchell, the five on the floor for the Indiana Fever. Mitchell has it off to the right, now gives it to Boston. Right baseline jump, good. 55-40, and 9:25 remaining in the third. And to answer your question, Tiger Stripes Media, she is not playing tonight. Stewart in the lane, forces the shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Natasha Howard. Howard in the front court outside right, hands it to Mitchell. Over the top pass to Howard, flying to the hole, and Stewart says, get it out of here. And bats it off of Howard. Howard had a free lane to the basket, and Brianna Stewart shut that down immediately, and it went off of Howard's shoulder. Ionescu out front, on the move to the left, and we get a whistle going the other way against Sabali. $55-40, 8:50 remaining in the third quarter as McDonald brings it up. McDonald in the front court, guarded by Natasha Cloud. McDonald over the top pass into Boston, low right, turns and shoots, missed. Sabali the rebound, hands to Fibic, ahead to Ionescu. Ionescu in the front court, outside right. Out front, Fibic just straight on three. You know it. They are getting hotter and hotter from distance. The lead is 18, 58-40. They are 6 for 15 from distance. Right back comes Cunningham with a layup. She puts it in. 58-42. 8:15 left in the third. Ionescu outside right. Ionescu on the drive into the lane. A pitch out to the left corner for Cloud. Back right, Ionescu. A wide open three. Splasheroni. Now Ionescu's starting to cook. 61-42. New York by 19. This lead is the largest of the game. 15 for Ionescu. 5 here in this third quarter. Oh, come on. Okay. I lost the feed for a moment. Now I got it back. As Ionescu brings it up, 61-42. Underneath to Stewart, she lays it in. She's got 17, and Indiana wants time. This is too easy for the champs. They're up by 21, 63-42, with 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. To be the champs, you have to unseat the champs. And if they're playing like this, you're not going to do any unseating at all. Our next trivia question goes like this. Which player has scored in a game between the two teams? Is that the question, Callie? I want to be sure I read it right and understood it correctly. I want to be sure I read it right. Oop. Wrong button. All right, let me get some water. That's better. Okay, so you all think I should do the I'm losing it. WNBA All-Star Game Saturday night? I think I can do that. I believe I can do that. And I will do that. I'll put it on the schedule. Oh, excuse me. Waiting for the game to get back on here. And it's New York running away. They lead by 21. 7:20 left in the third quarter. I want to be sure. Will the Liberty achieve a new single game high score tonight? They're playing that way. They are playing that way. Well, the good news for the Fever, they get to go home and rest, but instead of a month, they only get a few days before they're back at it on Tuesday. Before they're back at it on Tuesday. 7:20 for the third. Full house at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. This wouldn't have been Caitlin Clark's first trip to Brooklyn, but when you're playing the New York Liberty, you got to come ready to play. Skill events Friday and the All-Star game Saturday in Indianapolis. Back to play as Indiana has it. Mitchell on the fly in the lane, 10-foot floater. Nope. Rebound Breanna Stewart, and there's her double-double. That's Stewart's fifth 2D game this year. Harrison fakes the handoff again to Febich, and now spins and lost the ball. Cunningham with a steal. Cunningham in the front court finds Lexi Hall. Back to Cunningham on the left wing. Out front it comes to McDonald. McDonald backs up, three from the right. Got it. That's a big-time splash from Mary McDonald. That's their fifth three-point goal of the night, and it's 63-45 and 6.5 remaining in the third, and a foul called out front on Lexi Hall. (63-45) our score. And Breanna Stewart will pull the trigger. Foul line extended left. In play, it comes to Harrison. Out front, Ionescu. Backdoor to Stewart. Fadeaway shot right baseline. Short. Boston the rebound. Aaliyah Boston back the other way. Indiana traveling right to left. Here in the second half is Sydney Colson directing traffic out front. Colson plays it right side to Ari McDonald. McDonald works off the screen. Now finds Hall. Left corner three. Long rebound chased down by Natasha Cloud, and they have numbers. Cloud in the front court. Stops. Pops. No good from the right. Colson the rebound. Back they come the other way. Lexi Hall on the fly. Cut off on the baseline and lost the ball out of bounds. with 5:54 left in the third quarter. Good defense. It's been great defense all night by New York. And also a great play by Natasha Cloud. Reached in, able to strip the ball away and have it go off of Lexi Hall. Liberty have it in play to Natasha Cloud off to the right. Cloud with a scissor dribble, backs up, dumps it low right for Stewart. Stewart backs in, left side Harrison for three. Yep. That's their 8th three-point field goal tonight. And with 5.5 left to go in the third, the lead is back up to 21. 66-45, 7 points for Isabel Harrison on the night. Here comes Kelsey Mitchell on the drive in the lane, out to the right corner, Lexi Hall. Right side is Sydney Colson. Colson on the drive, spins, gives it to Boston. Left corner, Hall. Lexi Hall stops. 20-footer is an air ball. It'll be out of bounds, and it'll belong to New York. Not how the game was supposed to go tonight, but again, when you play the champs, you got to be ready to beat them. And Indiana clearly has not been, and for me, the feeling coming into tonight was how long before New York gets going? Well, it didn't take long. They put up 32 in the first quarter. And in essence, that was the end of that. Brianna Stewart, lean in, flip. Good. 21 for Brianna Stewart and counting. And it's 68-45, or 19 for Brianna Stewart. I beg your pardon. Mitchell has it out front. Holds and looks, now plays it right side to Aaliyah Boston. Hands to Cunningham for three. Splash! 68-48, and 4:20 remaining in the third. Las Vegas leads Dallas by 4. They're late in the second quarter. 43-39 is that score. Natasha Cloud out front. Dump low to Febich. Turnaround shot right of the lane. Nope. Rebound, Sophie Cunningham. And here they come. Sydney Colson driving in from the right to the free throw line. Turns, had it stripped. New York with a break. Out goes Stewart all the way. She's got 21. And a foul called. And you know something? 459 Buster, they just may up the ante from the 104 they put up last year. They keep playing like this. They're getting opportunities in transition. And Brianna Stewart has been everything for them tonight. Playmaker, I got to ask, what made you a New York Liberty fan? I know you told me, but I need you to remind me. So Bradley Beal, as Stewart's free throw is good. 22 points for Brianna Stewart. Memphis men's basketball placed on probation for academic violations. Oops, we get a foul underneath. Isabel Harrison picked up the foul, and she's wondering, what? What did I do? .349 left in the third. Harrison now playing with 3 fouls. Colson to come in. It comes in to McDonald. And this game feels like the first time these two teams played last year when New York hung 104 on them. Here they come again with another steal. Lexi Hall takes care of that and takes it right back in the backcourt. Cunningham brings it up. Sophie Cunningham works off the screen from Boston. Cunningham lost the ball, and Ionescu a steal. Ionescu on the fly. She got stripped. Foul called on Ari McDonald. I'm going to have a couple extended birthday streams this weekend, all the way until my actual birthday on Monday. Here's a 3 out of the corner. Splash. 74-48, and Stephanie White wants time. This is too easy for the Liberty. 3:19 for the third. It's the Liberty 74 and Indiana 48. I'm going to step away for a breather real quick and to get some water. I'll be right back. All right, ready to get back to work. 74-48. New York is running away with it. Up 26 with 3:19 remaining in the third quarter. Indiana just spent a timeout. New York has outscored Indiana so far in the third quarter 21-10. .319 left in the third. Sherrod is in for the first time for New York as McDonald brings it up. On the move to the right, Sherrod checks her off the Boston screen to the left corner for Hall. Low left for Timpson. Drives in on Stewart, and Stewart says, get that one out of here. 5 blocks on the night for Breanna Stewart. 2:58 left in the third. It's all Liberty, 74-48. And now they throw it underneath. Lexi Hull winds up with the ball and gets helped up by Breanna Stewart as the foul goes the other way on Breanna Stewart. Yes, Max, this is very painful. Minnesota Lynx beat Phoenix today 79-66, and they are 12-0 at home this year. In the front court is Boston. On the left side is McDonald. Left corner, Lexi Hull. Over the top into Timpson. Timpson works her way in on Stewart. Double fake, shoots it up. Got it. 2.5 for the third. It's 74-50. Stewart trots it up. Stewart sitting on 22 points tonight. Harrison off to the left. Harrison on the drive in on Boston, and we get a foul on Aaliyah Boston out front. Well, the result of this game may not be good, but if you like what you see and what you hear, help us continue to fund our broadcast with a CashApp donation to $ Tallman Dr. K50. We have a nightly goal or a stream goal every night time that we're on of $100 that will go strictly to helping the family and helping the studio. McDonald to steal for 3. Got it. And immediately Sandy Brondello says, oh, no, we're not letting this happen again. 2:10 for the third, 74-53. New York with the lead. As the Liberty will take a timeout. Which football team are you guys looking forward to watching this year if you watch football? There's 2 here in this household. And this one, can you see it? Can you guys see it? Is my wife's team, the Indianapolis Colts. She gave me this about a year and a half ago. Now they have the cameras going around on everybody at the Barclays Center. 2:10 left for the third. It's New York 74 and Indiana 53. Someone asked me earlier today, why don't I pay attention to rankings, like high school rankings? It's pretty simple. They're going into a new they're going to a new level, and they got to prove themselves all over again. If you can prove at the next level that you can do what you were predicted to do, then all you did was just prove yourself right. Ionescu outside right, out front to Harrison. Harrison hands to Johannes. I beg your pardon. Back left Harrison. On the drive, in from the left, shoots it up. Bank no. Rebound Damiris Dantas. Hands to McDonald, and McDonald hustles it up. McDonald sees an opening, but has to peel back to the corner. 100 seconds for the third. Dantas on the move, right, I beg your pardon. Bounce pass out front to McDonald. McDonald, another step back three. Nope. Line drive rebound tipped on the floor, comes down to Ionescu, and she's flirting with a double-double. Sherrod in the front court now finds Johannes. Johannes underneath to Harrison, goes up, blocked by Timpson, cleared by Timpson. 1:15 left in the third. And McDonald has it in the front court. 1:10 left. They dump it low to Dantas. Backs in on Ionescu, missed the layup. And I think I see a reason why Dantas is playing a little timid. This is just from my eyes only. When she backs in and gets a bump and creates contact, she's looking for a whistle either for her or against her. Sherrod had the ball taken away by KK Timpson. 2-on-1. Timpson on the drive, in on Ionescu. Lost the ball going up, got stripped. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Indiana with 44 seconds left in the third. And it was Ionescu that says, yeah, you may have taken the ball away from me, but you're not getting to the basket. And she deflected the pass out of bounds. 459 says Vikings. Okay. Underneath Lexi Hall. Hall turns, faces, shoots, missed. Hall the rebound. Underneath, dumps it to Timpson. She scores. 74-55. 35 seconds left in the third. A 459 is McCarthy going to be a good quarterback for you guys, especially coming off of the injury? Here's a steal the other way as Dantas comes up with it. It's tipped out of bounds by Sheldon. By Sherrod, I beg your pardon. Why did I say Sheldon? 74-55. Jalen Sherrod out of Colorado. I knew I recognized that name. In the front court is Sydney Colson. Colson with a spin to the free throw line. Comes up shooting right out of the lane. Short. Dantas the rebound. 7 seconds. Dantas fadeaway shot in the lane. Good. 54-47. 74-57. Why did I? Never mind. We're at the end of the third quarter. High hopes, time will tell. You know what the key for the Vikings is going to be? If they're going to even have a chance to compete in their division, it's going to be a running game. Because I saw a lack thereof last year. I really saw a lack thereof. Let me take a breather. Fourth and final quarter after this. 74-57 as we get ready for the fourth and final period. I had someone ask me earlier, they've noticed the last two times I've been on and I haven't run any commercials. Well, I'm taking a suggestion from Callie Greenshields and not running any. If I need a breather, I'll queue up something that'll let me step aside for a couple moments. Let me get a breather. Let me get a drink. And going from there. But if y'all know some people that want to sponsor this broadcast, I mean officially sponsor it, let me know. All right, we start the fourth and final period with me not having everything ready. All right, to be Indiana ball coming right to left across your internet radio dial as Sydney Colson brings it up. It's Colson, Timpson, Dantas, along with McDonald and Lexi Hull. So extended time for the bench mob. Lexi Hull has it, trips, able to keep her footing, finds Colson off to the left. 2 to shoot, back left Dantas, a 3 on the way. Nope. And that is a 24-second violation. (74-57). 9:34 remaining in the ball game. New York has led from the word go, basically. No, not basically. They've led all the way. Here's Ionescu driving underneath and on Dantas, underneath Natasha Cloud. She shoots it in. 76-57. 19-point lead. 24 assists for New York tonight. Only 14 for Indiana. They dump and load to Dantas. Backs in on Cloud, and Cloud commits the foul before the shot. And now we got subs coming in for the Indiana Fever. I'm sorry I've not been in my best, folks, but I am keeping a promise to bring you guys every game this year. Colson to loop it in to Dantas outside right. Damaris Dantas with a fake. Titan Blooded with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Just supporting the work. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. We get another foul underneath. It's on Stewart. And that'll send Damaris Dantas to the line to shoot 2. Dantas 7 points in the game, 8 with that free throw. 76-58. We will have the All-Star game for you on Saturday. This is our final regular season game before the All-Star break. Second attempt good for Dantas. She's got 9 in the contest. Answer 3 from Cali on June 14th. Sabrina Ionescu scored the most points with 34. Oh, okay. That's from earlier this year. I misunderstood your question. Natasha Cloud to the hole, missed the layup. Ball chased down by Sabali, and it's out of bounds. It'll belong to Indiana. 76-59. So that was earlier when the Fever hung 102 points on him. Caitlin had 32. That was the first of her comeback games. Sabrina had 34, and she caught fire late. Here's Sophie Cunningham with a backup 3. Long rebound underneath and a loose ball foul against New York. $8:24 left in the ball game. Natasha Cloud pleading her case. As Colson looks to come in, it is tipped out of bounds, stays with Indiana with 8:22 left. I misunderstood your question, Callie. Sydney Colson to bring it in at the timeline, or just shy of the timeline. In play, it comes to Boston. Back to Colson, 10 on the clock. Sydney Colson with a dribble again, works off the Boston screen, fakes right of the lane, a bullet pass underneath to Cunningham. She's got the layup. 76-61 and 8:05 left. Ionescu skips on the dribble off to the right. A pitch back left corner, a cloud three. Yep. 79-61. New York, 3 fouls in the fourth quarter already, and that's their 10th three-point field goal. Boston for three from the right. Nope. Rebound Natasha Cloud. And now they're just forcing shots. 7:40 remaining. Ionescu off to the left. Finds Sabali. Back to Ionescu. On the drive to the baseline. Fakes, goes up. Blocked by Aaliyah Boston. She got absolutely ambushed by Aaliyah Boston. It's out of bounds, and it'll belong to Indiana. Great job as Ionescu came to a stop. Boston was ready for her with the ambush. 79-61, 7:20 remaining. Kelsey Mitchell plays it back left to Colson for three. Short. Brianna Stewart, another rebound. She's got 14 rebounds tonight. Stewart in the front court. Outside right. Pitches it back left to Cloud. Natasha Cloud comes down on the dribble out to the left wing. Finds Ionescu. Ionescu lifts up a three and missed it. And the rebound taken down by Sophie Cunningham. Under 7 minutes to play. Sophie Cunningham in the front court, dumps it low right for Boston. Out front, Dantas, a three from the right wing. Rebound taken down by Fibich. Ahead to Ionescu. Ionescu front court to the left. Over the top into Stewart. And a baseline jump good for Sabali. Everyone looking for a whistle didn't get one, and Stephanie White calls time. 6:35 remaining in the ball game. It is New York 81 and your Indiana Fever 61 on your home for the Indiana Fever, the Indiana Sports Hub, and Snowman Sportsnet. Oh. Thank you guys for tuning in, even when I'm not at my best tonight and a few other games earlier this season. I beg your pardon. I truly appreciate you guys. And Callie, I appreciate you for the timely suggestion that you gave me. Again, to read her answer to her third trivia question on June 14th of this year, Sabrina Ionescu scored 34 points between these two teams. Caitlin Clark of the Fever scored 32. I totally misunderstood your question, because I was thinking Ionescu, but I wanted to be sure I read that correctly. Wanted to be sure I read it correctly. I will have a day off tomorrow from doing games because Major League Baseball doesn't resume until Friday. And the Astros take on the Seattle Mariners in Seattle. And that's a big series. But I will be on air tomorrow morning with Snowman in the morning, beginning at 11 a.m. And the subject of the day is going to be college football. (81-61) our score. We have 6:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. It is 81-61 in favor of the Indiana Fever, and our star of the game is Breanna Stewart. 22 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks tonight. I incorrectly said 5. Natasha Cloud brings it up. Cloud, Boston, Cunningham, Mitchell, and Timpson, who's back on the floor for Indiana. Mitchell drives left baseline, out to Cunningham in the right corner. Right side, McDonald, 7 to shoot. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive, a pitch out to Cunningham, a right corner, right side 3. It goes over the top and out of bounds. And it'll belong to the New York Liberty. Shots just have not fallen tonight, and when the Liberty play this kind of defense, you have no chance. Cloud in the front court to Stewart right of the lane. Stewart backs up on the dribble, picks it up, now finds Febich. On the right side, Natasha Cloud, dump low right, Breanna Stewart. Stewart backs up against Timpson, 6 to shoot. Stewart had it poked away. She gets it back. Now a Cloud 3 from the right is an air ball out of bounds, and it will belong to the Indiana Fever with 5:48 left. $5:45 left in the ball game. 81-61, New York with the lead. Here's Mitchell dancing on the dribble outside right. Mitchell backs up between the circles, plays it to Timpson. Now hands to McDonald, 7 to shoot. McDonald on the move, right to left, stops at the free throw line. A pitch out to Cunningham. She'll let go of a long 3. Rimming no. Rebound tip. Timpson tries to save it and does. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Indiana. $5:20 remaining. Memphis men's basketball and softball programs are placed on a 2-year probation. Boy, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We are definitely going to talk about that, and Chris Dietz will be with me. They have it and played it to McDonald, now to Boston. Boston turns on the dribble, now plays it to Cunningham out front. Lost the ball, steal by Johannes. Ahead, it comes to Sabali. Bounce past Stewart, flying in, lays it in. 24 for Stewart. 5 minutes left, 83-61. 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks for Breanna Stewart on the evening. Kelsey Mitchell has it off to the right. Mitchell on the drive in the lane. Scoop layup is good. And a foul called. And that'll send Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line with 4:29 left. Almost at the finish line, folks, for the first half of the year. What do you guys think are some things that the Indiana Fever need to do to come out smoking in the second half? I'm hearing a buzzer. 83-64, 4:45 left. Johannes has it out front, on the move off a Burke screen, back to the left for Natasha Cloud. Cloud dancing on the dribble, plays it back right to Harrison on the drive in the lane and lays it up no good, but a foul called, and Harrison shoots 2. Okay. I thought I heard something. 83-64 with 4:25 left. 4:29, I beg your pardon. First free throw, good. Keep Caitlin healthy. Yeah, obvious. They got to stay healthy. Mitchell will depart for the night. Tough game for the Fever all around, but when you're playing the champs, you got to be prepared to play them. And this was a slow disintegration. 85-64. Liberty have taken only 9 free throws tonight. They've done their damage on the inside, and they've hit 10 3-point field goals. 4:15 left. Dump low to Dantas. Backs in on Harrison. Backs in, all the way to the hoop and lays it in. 85-66 and 4 minutes left. Cloud has it out front, and we get a foul underneath. Going the other way. Gardner back in for New York with 4 minutes left in the ball game. What other things need to happen for the Indiana Fever, folks? They'll be 12-11 after tonight. They'll have 21 games left in the season to really put that, as Lexi Hall splashes home a three from the left corner. And Sandy Brondello wants time. 3:48 remaining. Going to step away for our final break. 85-69 New York. Going to take a breather. Be back in a little bit. Next time we'll be with you will be Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, as the Houston Astros take on the Seattle Mariners out in Seattle. We'll be up at 9:45 with the pregame show to be just about at the tail end of the All-Star activity, so we'll give you a report on that. And then Saturday, we have a doubleheader for you. It's the WNBA All-Star game, and that is coupled along with the Astros and Mariners game 2 of that important 3-game series. 3:40 left. Cloud in the front court finds Burke back to Cloud. 15 to shoot. Cloud fakes, dumps it for Harrison, left of the key. Over the top pass tipped to Johannes. Johannes able to get it back against McDonald. 6 to shoot. A 3 on the way. 88-69. Well, they just make it 100 after all. 3:20 left. McDonald out front to Sabali to Dantas. Back to McDonald. Back to Dantas. A left wing 3. Nope. Rebound. Cloud had it, lost it. Loose ball foul against Indiana. And the Liberty to come back the other way, left to right, 3 minutes left. In the front court is Natasha Cloud, now to underneath to Harrison, out to Rebecca Gardner for three. Yep. 91-69. 2:50 left. 12 three-point field goals tonight and 24 attempts for the New York Liberty. That's why they are up big right now. Sydney Colson has it between the rings with 2:35 left. Over the top pass into Dantas is picked off by Harrison. Harrison on the fly. Ahead to Gardner. Gardner flying in. Bumps into Colson. Reaches up. Nope, but a foul called. And Gardner will shoot two. Gardner's free throw is good. 92-69. Well, if they pick up their shooting to answer a question that 459 said earlier, they just might get 100 points. In fact, they might even just bust the 102 they scored on the Fever last year. Free throw number 2 rolls out, and the rebound to Lexi Hall with 2:20 remaining. Lexi Hall stops, pops, good from the left of the key. I gotta get my words back in order. 92-71. Kennedy Burke in the front court, lost the ball, able to get it back, 16 to shoot, hands to Johannes. Johannes on the move to the right. Back left to Burke, a wide open three. Yep. And we're now into 2 minutes, and they're pushing for 100 points. I guarantee you, they're pushing for 100 points right now. Here comes McDonald on the fly, lost the ball. Rebecca Gardner a steal. Ahead it comes to Johannes. She'll pull up for three. Yep. And the bench is going nuts for Maureen Johannes, who just pulled up and nailed a three with 1:47 left. And that leads to a try to stop the flood timeout. 14 three-point field goals tonight for the New York Liberty. And to borrow a phrase from Jim Durham, the Fever just could not get their thumb in the dike to stop the water. $147 left. $98-71. The Liberty hold the lead, and they have held the lead all the way. Indiana has not led in this contest. Let's see if New York can get 100 points tonight. These two teams will go at it again in the same place in 6 days' time. It'll be after the All-Star break. Hopefully, we'll see Caitlin Clark back in the lineup. Sydney Colson brings it up. Colson in the front court to Dantas, a three from the right. Nope. Rebound. Lexi Hull tips it to Ari McDonald, who flies in and lays it in. 98-73 and a $1:28 left in the ball game. In the front court is Maureen Johannes. Johannes flips it back left to Isabel Harrison. She'll try the three. Missed it badly. Rebound Lexi Hull. 1:15 remaining in the ball game. Dantas tries another three. Nope. Timpson the rebound. KK Timpson in the lane, turns around with a hook shot and shoots it in. 98-75 with a minute left. Maureen Johannes in the front court. Out to Jalen Sheldon. Sheldon out of Colorado in her second year. To the right side for Harrison. Harrison to the right corner for Gardner. Gardner on the drive, in the lane, fakes, comes back out to Johannes. Here's a 3, and that's a 24-second violation. 32 in the first quarter, 21 in the second, 21 in the third, and so far 24 here in the fourth quarter for the New York Liberty. They have dominated as they are supposed to do against a wounded, inconsistent opponent. McDonald in the front court, outside right, finds Colson, 30 seconds remaining. Out front, Dantas, back to Colson. Colson directing traffic, works off the Dantas screen and comes up shooting. Rimming, no. Follow Timpson, good. With 22 seconds left, and you have to wonder if New York is going to actually shoot the ball, and they are not going to. They get a standing ovation at the Barclays Center in front of 17,371. The teams shake hands, and the clock runs out. Final score tonight, the New York Liberty 98 and the Indiana Fever 77. It's going to take a couple games into the second half for the Fever to figure it out, but they got a little bit of gel to them, and it's going to take a little bit longer for them to really get it together, but I think they are due for a run. So the first half ends for Indiana Fever at 12-11, 5 up and 5 down on the road. They were led in scoring by Kelsey Mitchell, who finished with 16 points. Natasha Howard had 8. Aaliyah Boston had 7. Sophie Cunningham, 12 in a starting role, and 10 for Ari McDonald. Off the bench, Damaris Dantas finished with 11, 8 points for KK Timpson, and 5 for Lexi Hull. Our player of the game is Brianna Stewart, and why not? 24 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. She also added 4 blocks in the contest, only turned the ball over twice. 15 for Sabrina Ionescu in a supporting role. Natasha Cloud finished with 14. Leonie Fibich finished with 10, and Nayara Sabali finished with a deuce. Off the bench, Maureen Johannes had a dozen, 9 for Isabel Harrison, 6 points for Kennedy Burke, both on threes. Rebecca Gardner also finished with 6, she finished with 6 and only 1 3-point field goal. Well, we got to the end of the first half with a winning record. And considering how inconsistent this Indiana Fever team has been, I will take that into the second half of the year. And I want to thank everybody that has tuned in to our coverage of the Indiana Fever. They go down tonight against the champs. They'll see them in 6 days' time. Final score, New York 98, Indiana 77. Not a good performance tonight, but now they get a chance to collect themselves, go back home to Indianapolis before they come back to New York 6 days from now. Next time we'll be with you on Snowman Sportsnet will be on Friday when we resume our coverage of the Houston Astros as they take on the Seattle Mariners. 9:30 for our pregame, 10:05 for our first pitch. Then a doubleheader on Saturday with the WNBA All-Star Game and Game 2 of that crucial 3-game series between the Astros and the Mariners. And we'll wrap it up on Sunday and wrap up our weekend of birthday streams, because yours truly's birthday is next Monday. Wrap up the birthday stream weekend as the Astros and the Mariners play Game 3 of that 3-game series. There may be a few more on the docket. You never know. Just pay attention to Snowman Sportsnet, and we'll bring everything to you. My name is Brian Snow. Hope you enjoyed it as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Now, I'm going to get one final drink of water, and I'm going to bed. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I love you, and I'll see you next time. The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet. For fans, by fans, all heart and all action. All broadcasts are the property of Snowman Multimedia. Good night, everybody.